and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I am so happy that you're here today and being out in nature with me. We are with the beautiful stillness of winter, the light source that feeds us and keeps us alive, our gorgeous sun, allowing us to breathe in the beauty and the essence of that source and filling us up. If you're feeling depleted today, take that light source, bring it to your heart, bring it down from the top of your head all the way to the bottoms of your feet and really soaking into that light. You will feel so much better just being out in nature, 10, 15 minutes. I know it's cold. I live in Nova Scotia, Canada, and right now it's quite chilly. However, I'm really embracing the moments and the elements that are placed before me. We have a nice gust at times wind, so that wind element, the air bringing in, allowing that new breath to be seen and heard and felt, and then exhaling all that debris that needs to go. And the wind will take that. And I thank it for shedding and, allowing that parts of me to be displaced in beautiful ways that Mother Earth will alchemize and turn that into magic. So today I was sitting earlier in meditation and a beautiful message came forward and I'd want to share that with you. I tend to channel messages quite quickly, and so I will write them down in a scribble. So I'm going to read it to you. I might be like, a little off tilted with my own handwriting, my penmanship here, but we will try our best. So thank you again for being here. This is Root and Rise. I am Cindy Santo. I want to give maybe a brief introduction of why I'm here. This has been a part of my dream and passion, and soul actually has been pushing me like, let's get going. And so I'm listening to the call. I'm stepping forward. I don't know how or when or whatever. I just know my why. And my why is to show up and to share, to be in love with you and to be in love with myself and to be in love with all that is around us, nature. I do most of my healings in nature. If you have a healing with me or would like a healing with me, we do heal to heals one step at a time, and those are in nature. They're brilliant, they're powerful, they're life-changing, they're gentle, they're just packed with such goodness. So if you want more information, you can always connect with me, message me, however you need to get in touch with me and we can make that happen. I also am a creator of self-care products. My line is I have bath products, which I soak in bath salts, and they are called Izzy's Fizzy's Magic and Medicine, 7 Chakra, Reiki, Bath Bombs, and Crumble. All my products that I create, I infuse beautiful healing, Reiki healing, downloads, wisdom, love, compassion, you name it. It gets packed and loaded into each and every batch that I create. I do create small batches at a time. So I have the bath salts. I have fire whispers, which are beautiful tools to write and release. And we place that into a fire. And fire medicine for me is transmutation, but it's also ignition. So it's very powerful. I do healing circles with those as well. My healing circles are so beautiful when we come together in community and connect. It's just gorgeous. Then I have healing rollers, and there's a whole bunch of different blends. And then I have 2 sprays. One is a Moon Mist Magic, which is like a smokeless smudge. And the other is Moon Magnesium, which is really good for moods, muscle, and memory. I've been feeling very tight for the last few days, and so I spray the magnesium every night on my shoulders. I also do a routine and a ritual where I spray it on my stomach and my legs and my feet, and I sleep like a baby, and all is rested and restored for the next day. I'll post more about those products, but I just wanted to share that's what I do as well. So I have a lot of little passions on the go. I'm also a passionate mother who I have 2 teenagers. One is 15, soon to be 16, and the other is 13. And so I am a very hands-on mom. I love guiding my children. I love guiding the youth too. I've done a lot of wonderful work in our community with the youth and will continue to do so. But this is just a little part of Cindy Lou Who, okay? I just wanted to share that with you because you're probably like, who is this person? Well, we all have beautiful, beautiful pockets of treasures. And so anytime that I feel, I guess, guided to share, I'm going to throw that in. All right. So those of you who know me know I like to have fun and I am a very strong intuitive. I see lots of wonderful things. Sometimes it's a blessing and sometimes it's a curse because there are things that I don't want to see. But the premonitions do show themselves and I have to honor everything. I'm just a vessel. I just allow whatever it is to come in and communicate that. And I think being here in my present now, like looking back, prior to this journey, I was a professional interpreter for the deaf and hard of hearing. So I was an ASL interpreter. And yes, I am fluent in American Sign Language. And I think being part of that profession for the past, it was a big 20 years of my life. Communication for me is really essential. And I like to communicate in all ways, silent ways, fun ways, you name it. So if I over communicate, which I tend to do because I just want everything to be clear, and I guess that's part of the training that I received as an interpreter, that simultaneous information at a lightning speed, like if you know interpreters or are an interpreter, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So with that, and that kind of training has brought me here today to communicate in ways that I feel would be essential for all growth, love, and evolution. Change is part of every single day, every moment. Like the weather changes, your mood changes, change is inevitable. And so I'm here to help making those more comfortable because there is quite discomfort when we really choose to change. And you could use that word or, it could be interchangeable. Maybe there's things that you don't care to change, and neither do I. I don't care to change the charismatic ways that I show up. I just want to amplify those ways because I find myself to be hilarious at times. And if you're ever in the presence where you capture those moments, you'll know exactly what I mean. So let's get to the fundamental message of today and the wellness that we're going to see in each other during our time here. I will try to keep these videos quite, at a reasonable time. However, I might go over. But if you have the next 20 to 30 minutes, I would appreciate your time. Okay. I'm trying not to sniffle here because it's quite cold and bright, but let's just begin with the beautiful message that has been brought for us today, which is fragility is the fragrance of the fortunate. And you think to yourself, being fragile is fortunate? How so? Well, this is how so. When those who are faced with fragile, fractional moments in life, they seek the invitation to deeper meanings of self. So you're going and it's constantly inviting you to go in. Whether you open up that invitation, just like anything, you get invited to something, you receive the envelope, you open it up and you're invited to read what's there before you. It's the same kind of concept as you open up an invitation and you kind of drop in and be like, "Oh, what is this? Is this a fragile thing that I need to sort through to gain the blessings and the teachings from it? Or is it already a fortunate situation that I'm going to amplify and expand?" Both are so essential into how we show up in everyday and live. And these are daily practices. It's not like, oh, it's a choice. You choose to do the work or you choose not to do the work. And if you choose not to do the work, then that's when sometimes things get stuck and cyclical things will continue to happen until you say, I'm sick of this shit and I got to do some work. So here we are with those invitations to do what is necessary in order to see movement in life. So, when was the last time you held an invitation to self to go into those fragile fragrances of pursuits? What we seek isn't external. So, everything out there, yeah, it's great to have those benefits and those bonuses, but everything that we need is right inside. So, when is the last time you invited yourself to look right inside within what is it that I need in order to show up and do deep work of self? Because we're really only here for ourselves. Yes, we're here. We have many connections and beautiful opportunities of community, and we need connection. However, we arrive alone in this world and we will leave alone in this world. So it's really important to find the connection that you have with yourself and your source and why we are here to be here. Now, it can be simple. I'm here just to be kind. That's my passion. That's my pursuit. Or I'm here to do great things. Or I'm here to be an artist. I'm here to show. It doesn't matter what it is. All that matters is if it resonates with the passion and the pursuits of your inner knowing, your source, your glowing essence of who you are and how you are to take up space in this world. So, I know that there's been fractures and conditioning beliefs. I've had them. I'm still working through those generational traumas. I'm working through those conditioning beliefs. I'm stripping away the not good enoughs, you're not worthy enough, the shames, the doubts, this. That's a constant daily, baby. I'm working on that stuff. And it gets better because you start to believe and know truth of self. So you start to unravel all these things that have been told to you or you've been conditioned to believe. And once you break free from those conditionings, it's a whole new world. It's a whole new world. So I'm going to go back and forth. Sorry if it's annoying you, but here is the notes and then I'll expand. And so I know there's been fractures in conditioning beliefs, those that are not easy to forget. However, they can be shifted into a perspective of, yes, you had happened to me. Yes, this was a fragile fragrance in my experience, but it doesn't define me and who I am, the source of my soul. And so when we learn to shift awareness from, oh, poor me. Oh my goodness. I'm so broken over this. I don't know how I'll ever be the same. If you move forward and think of a different perspective, such as let's place our hands on our heart. Okay. And as we place our hand on our heart, we will say to ourselves, thank you. I understand my experience wasn't pleasant, uncomfortable. And I know that I am here now, in this moment, listening, seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, all that is available to me, my senses here and now. In the moments of messy, I want to pull out the miracles, the miracle that will be the next puzzle piece to my existence. We all have our unique shapes, size, colors, and textures, and all our puzzles are uniquely orchestrated for the whole you, who you are as a whole. So metaphorically, puzzle pieces were shown to me. And so we have all these pieces in this lifetime. And as we put our puzzles together, they connect. right? And then we have the end puzzle of self. And so these experiences are just pieces of the puzzle to the whole, and then we die. And in the physical form, I should say, because we do not die. We continue. Our soul is a source that is not to be destroyed. And so the physical vessel, the meat body that I'm in right now, the female that I chose to be on this lifetime will die. Cindy will die, but source of Cindy will not. Spirit of Cindy will not. And so taking that into consideration, that as you continue to move forward, each puzzle piece is important to the final picture of the passion and the pursuits and the opportunities that we have here today. Sometimes it takes years to finish, and sadly, we never get to finish because death may, stop us from seeing the whole piece of the puzzle, but others will see the whole piece of the puzzle. Those who live on in memory of us, right? So my memory will lead into the hearts of others, and they will finish that puzzle piece in knowing of how wonderful or how I showed up in their lives. And that to me could be a completion of the puzzle too. In the stillness of today, gather all fragile parts. You control and are responsible of all things of you. So you're in control of you, not your son, not your daughter, not your partner, not your parents, not your friends, not your boss, not you. They too have their own fragile fragrances. And I should say the fragrances are both fragile and fortunate because we are blessed with both dualities of things. We are blessed with the fragility of things that bring us tender moments like, and then we're blessed with the fortunate, blissful things that just like more of this, please, because it's just so spectacular, right? And we both live in those duality of life each day. Now, some people choose to stay in the tender, more fragile, negative states of being, and that's by choice because there's always ways to step out of it if you choose to take the invitation and do the work. However, those who choose to, and I know quite a bit of people who are choosing to stay in a negative state of being, and I just send them compassion and love, and I don't challenge them, but I do give them a good boost and a nice invitation each time that we have connection to do the work. And they understand it, but they're not ready for it. And so that only comes with self. You will only know when it's time for you. Don't forget, yet fulfill yourself with the lessons, the learning, the growth. No one has it all figured out. No one. And you come here to create through passions and opportunities / purposes, but I like to say passion and opportunities. And each experience is an invitation for you. So the question is, are you willing to open it, that invitation? And are you willing to see and discover what source needs to soar through this lifetime in today, in this moment? So I would like for you to close your eyes. And I'm going to ask you a question. So sink in, close your eyes, take a breath. And I'm going to ask you, when was the last time that you invited yourself in? So, when was the last time I invited myself in? I invited myself in recently. I invited myself in to do some work in how I show up in communicating with my partner and how I need to maintain more patience and share that with him. And so I invited myself in to see different ways I can show up when I become aggravated by their approach. Okay, that's an example. And what do I need to know and learn from in my today? And my heart is ready for all the fragrances, both fragile and fortune. So that was a little message. And I really love the essence of the fragrance of fragility and fortunate. And as we step, we are blessed with the knowing that we are safe to be. We will be messy and we will be magical. Like, there's no doubt. And if you're in a messy moment, and that can come with, when I say messy, like just fill it in, right? I'm messy because I am in a delicate and tender time as I step in the fragrance of fragility towards my dog who will be passing. He was diagnosed with cancer and he is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And so my moments are connected to that tender time right now with him. And so you can fill in whatever that is for you. If you are celebrating and you're like on the top of the world, like things are just bam, 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 opening up for you. Amazing. I love those moments, and keep calling those in too, because they could take a quick turn at times, right? We're having the best day and all of a sudden, boom, a message comes or news hits us and it's like, what the heck? So always be here. Now, that's all we have. Yes, our past is our past, but we take the lessons that we needed for them into our present. The future will be the future. We can put our intentions and manifest as we would wish for things to appear, but that takes work too, right? You can't just be like, I want a pink Porsche by next week. You got to work for that, right? The universe doesn't really understand language. It understands vibration. So if you're vibrating and aligning, those things will open up. People will come into your life, and it's happening to me, and it's like so incredible. And I know it can happen to you too. We're all here to be amazing. We are all here uniquely to shine in the presence that we are. So I hope this speaks to you. I hope this motivates you to get up and do what you need to do. I'm not going to do a meditation today, but next week I will. And we will call in all elements. I'm thinking we'll do I'll go by the ocean. How's that? I'll go by the ocean. Hopefully the weather's beautiful. And we can do like a nice chakra clearing all the way from the root to the crown. And then taking that water essence and cleansing and clearing all that needs to go. So tune in next week. And oh, yes. Last week I did my first video and it was spectacular because many of you had messaged me and said that there was this beautiful face in nature. And so when you see it, you can't unsee it. And it's funny because I felt so held that day. Like I was nervous, but then I was like, I don't know, like something just was like there, the presence in nature holding me, guiding me. And it's true. It was this beautiful face who I can connect with as a rock goddess, and she was there for me. So you're always held, okay? Even when you don't feel held, I'm holding you. So I got you. I got you. But in an energetic sense, you are safe. You are so loved. So just be. All right? I'll see you next week. Have a happy, healthy, and wonderful Wednesday. And may you breathe in the fragrances of the fragility, the fragile moments, and the most fortunate moments. Be blessed. I love you.